Hey guys, what's up? This is Sky, and this is What's So Funny? This is the third episode of Food for Thought, and so we're gonna just jump right into it. So, over the past few days, I reached out to some people about doing a possible being the opener for a show, and I was really excited, which would have been really cool. And that was like the big secret that I had, that I said, ooh, I got a secret, but I can't tell anybody. And unfortunately, it didn't happen, and I wasn't really sad, because to me, that was experience. That was my first, I wouldn't say denial, but that was my first, hey, unfortunately, we're not going to use you, but in the future, we will reach out to you. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I use that as a humbling experience because I'm still so new to this. I was actually, as crazy as it's going to sound, I was actually excited that I got denied, because the fact is that somebody reached out to me after I said, hey, I'm going to be honest, I've been doing this 3 months. I have the original email and everything, so I kind of like screenshotted it like a 10-year-old, like, hey, look, I have this email of somebody that I reached out to, and I said, hey, I'm 3 months in, I have all this material, and, whatever. They said they'll look into it, and they're like, hey, we unfortunately found somebody to fill it, but you know what, I'm really glad you reached out to me, and blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the exact email, but the fact that they got back to me was so awesome. So I took that as a humbling experience. I was very excited, and I loved it. And then number 2, there was another, Another thing that I'm going to do in October with a group to stop violence. And I'm really excited for that. And I reached out to them, and they saw my material and they really liked it. Again, screenshotted it. I'm like really excited. So that's the big news. And I kind of warned everybody, hey, I got big news, can't share it yet. And I shared that as well. And so I wanted to make the YouTube video first before I really said it. I kind of I guess more or less, I kind of told everybody without telling everybody, hey, I got big news. And I didn't say what it was because I wanted to YouTube it first. And guess what? So kind of said it without saying it, guess what? And so now I'm going to say it and then put it out on YouTube and then share it on Facebook. And now everybody can know what it is. So I'm using both as a very humbling experience, that I reached out, networked myself, and got good news. And then I got news that I didn't even know about. And I was so stupid that I was like, wait, what? So, and that news is already out. But on Sunday at the Cove, because as you know, I've been either being a comedian at the Cove or I've been doing tickets. But I've been working with Jimmy Wards. Yeah, both Wards. But I'm hosting my very first comedy show at Geneva on the Lake at the Cove this Sunday. Woo, woo. Your little comedian who only started 3 months ago is doing their very first show, and they're very excited, and they couldn't be more happy. Why I call myself stupid is because when Jimmy wrote it, my first thought was, huh? There were crickets and banjos playing in my head, me. There were crickets, chirp, 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 huh? There was a delayed reaction in my head, you're, me, Sky, me. Wait, who, what, huh? Yes, you, bitch, you with the blue hair, the big, thick glasses, the West Side Ken t-shirt, you! And when it processed in my head, he meant me. There was this, and then I just was so excited. And then I was like, shit, I can't tell anybody yet. And then I think Jimmy realized that it was like a can of pop that was shaking and was gonna explode. I realized how bad that looked. But a can of pop that was ready to explode. He's like, okay, you can advertise it. You're okay. I'm like, I want to wait for the poster to come out. And I already advertised it because he gave me permission. But I was like, shit, I can't tell anybody yet. Which means I can't tell YouTube yet. Which means, but now I can finally tell people the poster's coming out later today. But I'm so excited. 3 months in, people. 3 months in. Not 6, but 3 months in. 3 months in, and I'm hosting my very first show. I'm so excited. The place I've been going to pretty frequently enough that I know how to get there, which is really funny. I know how to get there, I just don't know how to get home, which is really funny. I'm so psyched. The reason this is called Food for Thought, though, is it talks about, you know, the thoughts I have about things going on. Different from the podcast, it talks about the feelings I have and stuff about certain events. And we baseline it off of the big events, like what I think about humbling experiences, like, you know, getting denied the very first time, or, you know, the things about, you know, the hosting. But yeah, so we use that as like a humbling experience. So I do apologize if that got botched right in the middle there. I had to pause it for a split second. I do have to pause again. I do. So there's dog barking in the background, so if this botches a little bit, I do apologize. But anyways, so, but it is, I do like Food for Thought because it does give me the chance to, really dig down deep about things that, and share my feelings about things that have happened. So we've talked about the first denial, the first, hosting experience, and reaching out publicly to people that I don't know, like Jimmy Ward, Nancy, Monty, you know, people that I've not gotten comfortable with, complete strangers basically, trying to work with them. And I think actually my YouTube channel has helped a lot because it's given me more or less my resume. And originally I wasn't even going to make a YouTube channel with my comedy. And I forget what even jump-started the fact that I was going to do YouTube. I wasn't even going to record myself doing comedy. I don't even know what I was going to do. I wasn't going to record myself. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to start a YouTube channel, see where the hell it goes, and go from there. And then, yeah. And I will say this. I think I've said this in one of my podcasts. I don't think I've actually sat down and talked about it. But Brandon did say with one of his friends that, I will say, one of his exes, he said at one point that I should swear less, which I do really appreciate. And then I went back in some of my old videos and I do swear a lot on stage. And then when you talk, you don't swear as much, which is really funny because I felt like when I talk to certain friends, I do swear a lot. And it's funny, I think with my comedian friends, I don't swear as much. But then when I'm with my friends, like my friends that aren't comedians, I do swear a lot more. But I think with the comedians, I don't swear a lot, which is really interesting, by the way. Because if I'm with like my friends, my nieces' parents and stuff, I do swear quite a bit, like a sailor. Like if I'm with the comedians, apparently I don't swear at all, or you know, not enough. But man, when I'm with like my friends that aren't comedians, I swear from like between a truck driver and a sailor. But then when I'm told I don't swear at all around the comedians, I was told that, I'm like, I was kind of put back like, huh? But I swear on stage. See, that made more sense to me that I swear on stage but not around you guys, because I swear like a truck driver and a sailor. So I was very confused. But I also took that as a way to be like, okay, I need to swear less on stage. Which was funny because I'm so used to swearing on stage that I was swearing on stage and then trying to stop myself, which was really funny. Because the last time I did a show and I swore, I was like, shit, damn, fuck, ah! And I thought of Jeff Dunham, actually, when he told Peanut not to swear, and Peanut's like, shit, damn, fuck, sorry! And I didn't want to steal that from Jeff Dunham, because I don't like doing that. But it just made me think of Peanut when Jeff told Peanut not to swear. So it's one of those things that, like, I'm trying to work at not swearing now, which is like, in my vocabulary every day I swear, including at work, which, I can swear at work, but should I is the key word. So, I love my food for thought time. It gives me time to reflect. I should have just called it reflecting time, but that seems really weird. Reflection, if you don't know that reference. But all right, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.